the 18th of October. This is Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
Good morning again. This is Rabbi Shlomo Furst here at Yeshiva Samanakshi. Here in Shalim on Zoom. This is our second shir. We're learning Hilchos Birkas Kohanim, the Siyas Kapayim, the second volume of the Mishna Berura. It's Siman Kuf Chav Chet. Hey, Sifei. How's your cold today, Mayor? Are you feeling better?
It seems to be a little bit better today. So
You feel like reading a little bit?
okay, so where are we going to start today?
Kuf Chav Chet Sifei.
Hey, okay.
We actually started this yesterday, but we'll re-begin it again today just to get a full picture of everything.
Okay, so it says Lo Ya'alu HaKohanim Ladukan B'nit Alim. Okay, so a Kohen should not go up to the Duchan with shoes. Aval B'vatei Shokayim Sharei. I forgot what Batei Shokayim is.
Those are hip boots.
Oh, those are the hip boots. Oh, but with hip boots, he is permitted.
Right.
Okay. And Ramah says, V'yesh machmirin im heim shel or. Okay, so there are those that are strict concerning the shoes of leather.
The hip boots of leather.
Hip boots. Oh, the hip boots of leather. Okay.
First opinion said it's okay. But they're machmir here in this case if they happen to be made of leather.
Oh.
Meaning that they're prohibited?
Then they would be, yeah,
Right, prohibited.
they would be prohibited. Wow. V'nahagu lehakel bigzat mikomot. But there is a practice, I guess, to be lenient in certain places.
Right. Mostly the Mr. Berura explained.
Okay, so min nalim. These are with shoes. Shema yipasek lo ritzua uganaihu lo. So perhaps yipasek. There's a doubt about the straps.
Postek means it'll break. One of the straps will break.
Oh, one of the straps will break. Okay. Ganai hulo. Oh, excuse me. Ganai hulo.
Ganai is a disgrace?
Yeah.
Oh, Ganai's disgrace, huh?
Right.
And it'll disgrace him. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on 1 second, please. Maybe I can't read.
So take your time. Take your time.
Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so I guess if the strap breaks, that will disgrace him.
Right, he's going to go up there on the if they. I mean, again, we don't go up with our shoes, but because if they would go with their shoes, could be that the Kohen would have a broken shoe, and they'd be up there duking with a broken shoe. Everyone to see his broken shoe.
I don't really get this. We did this yesterday, and I was wondering about it yesterday. I mean, anything can go wrong. Why are the shoes any more suspect than the pants or the shirt? Or, I mean, he can get up from his chair and his tzitzit can get caught in the chair and rip his arbacanthos. I mean, there's a million things that can go wrong. Why are we worried about the shoes?
So the Mishna was going to explain what the scenario is going to be. Hold on a second.
Okay. I mean, if you ask your wife if you have holes in your socks, you're in trouble too.
Exactly.
Okay. Meat lo tzitzim alav kisher Sandalo Muteret.
They're going to,
What's it seem?
from the same source as mates, like they'll scoff at him.
Oh, they'll scoff for him. Wow. That is sandals Muteret are permitted?
Our hotel are undone.
Oh, or undone. Oh,
Barry,
wow.
if you see Barry, we're in the Kufkud Ches Sif Hey, the Mishna Brewer, the beginning
Let me-
there
wait.
of Tes Vav, the Mishna Brewer Tes Vav.
I'm sorry, can I have that again, please?
Yeah, and the Mishna Brewer in Kuf Chav Chet Tes Vav in the Mishna Brewer.
In the Mishnah Brewer.
Right. Where
Tes-
the
Tes Vav.
four lines down in the Mishnah Berura. The Yikshirena. Okay, Be'od She Chavero Mivarchim.
Oh, so this is the problem. Well, this is the answer to your question. This is a problem, a specific problem with the shoes. Yeah. Since the shoes are very visible, because after all, they're under the talesim, the rest of their body is most of it. So people will see if this Kohen has a shoe that's undone, and people will laugh at him, scoff at him. So while the rest of the Kohanim are busy giving the bracha, he's gonna kneel down and tie his shoe.
Oh. It's interesting.
So Yik Sharet na means visible.
So from Kesher,
to
from
tie
Kesher to
it.
tie.
Okay.
Right.
Well, and how about just the way they dress? You know, I mean, at certain times, I know, especially to an Eretz Israel, because of the weather, you have Kohanim showing up in sandals and shorts and t-shirts, I mean, they're very casual, it's like they're coming up and duchening, it's I don't know.
Right. So, but
That's
that
a
you're
little
not-
unusual.
they're not going to necessarily get embarrassed over that. In fact, you see the way they come, they don't care about that.
Yeah, obviously.
Barry,
Yeah.
back in the 70s, I was on a summer program working on a kibbutz.
Mm-hmm.
No,
In
no.
Eretz Israel?
The 74, I guess.
Right.
And on Shabbos, because we were in the Emek Beit Shan, it's very, very hot there.
Mm-hmm.
And people came to shul with white shirts and shorts that were pretty short.
Yeah,
They didn't go down below the knee. It was above the knee even.
sure.
But I guess because they felt that when the Kohanim went up to Duchen, because the talus covers most of the body, that it was okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not complaining. I'm just noticing, that they're very, the halacha is very concerned with the apparel of the Kohanim, but I guess due to weather, I mean,
I don't think it's the apparel barrier. It's the covered. They don't want him to be laughed at by the people.
I know, but there's also the idea of you're getting up and you're being an agent of a Kadosh Baruch Hu. I'm sure they wouldn't dress in a t-shirt and sandals if they were going to meet Netanyahu. I mean, I'll tell you about it another time. But I once had an invitation to the White House to meet President Bush Jr. I'll tell you about it later. But there was a whole big protocol. I wound up not going, but there was a whole big thing. We were tutored, about everything, what to wear, what to say, where we're sitting, seriously, it was, we didn't go to it wasn't in the Oval Office, it was in the side room. I mean, we had to have lessons and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
So, but No, I'm
Man.
saying if a person is being an agent of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you would think he would want to. It's a big event.
Right. So
It's a
that,
big event.
right. You're right. You're right about that. However, in this particular point, the Chazal were concerned about something else, meaning what you're saying is from the Kohen, in terms of his own feelings and understanding and sensitivity to what he's doing, should feel that he's doing an honorable act and therefore should dress honorably to do that in an honorable way.
Right.
Yeah. So that's all true. But in terms of the taking off of the shoes, so we have a process which is occurring here, meaning Chazal in enacting this gezerah, this decree, were concerned that there would be a Kohen that would have his, if he would all be wearing shoes, there could be a Kohen that would come up and have his shoes untied, and people would laugh at him, scoff at him, and because he wants to relieve himself of the embarrassment, while everyone else is going to be duchening, he's going to be busy tying his shoe. And then people are going to go further. Let's see the Mishna Berura. The Gemara said that this is all based on Gemara. The Chazal say that they're not going to say he's not really a Kohen. And that's what we're really concerned about.
Okay.
Okay. Vayomru sheben grusha uven chalutza hu lefichach halach v'yashav lo. So some say that the son of a divorcee, grusha.
They'll say that why isn't this person duchening? Right? Because he's a ben gerusha, ben chalutza. He's also, he's a pogim.
Oh. Therefore, what lefikach halach v'yashav, he sits there.
Right, the fika halach v'shavlo. That's why he's not participating.
Oh. Wouldn't it be better for him just to leave the service for a while?
Well, that's if it was true, but it's not true. This person, he was simply tying his shoes. But we don't point on people to say this.
And even if he leaves, I would think that when people see him leave, they might say, why is he leaving? Oh, he must be a ben chalutza, ben gerusha.
Grusha. Yeah, you're right. That's true.
Yeah. Could be.
Well, you can think other things too, I guess, but okay.
Well, you're supposed to, you have to have skus. Maybe he's doing something else, maybe. But here, what can you say? Why isn't he's up there? Why isn't he participating in the bracha?
Yeah, but why would he be up there with the shoes? They take the shoes off first before they go in the duchen.
No,
the point is, this is why they take the shoes off. This doesn't happen.
Right.
If they had their shoes on and the shoelace broke, then this is what would happen. Therefore, we have them take their shoes off to avoid this. That's the whole point.
Oh, I thought the reason they took their shoes off was to come as close to possible as the way the Kohanim walked around the base of Mikdash, with no shoes and no socks.
Apparently,
And
that
no
might
shorts.
be that might be another reason. But this is the primary reason.
I thought it was because Hashem said to Moshe, take off your shoes.
Oh, that's because of holy ground, though, I think, wasn't it?
Right. Well,
Yeah,
isn't
the Kohanim are walking in holy ground.
It's in the shul.
Yeah, okay, that's true. That's
Yeah.
No,
true.
I'm saying the Kohanim in the base of Mikdash, they were walking on holy tiles.
So we see,
Uh-huh.
that's not exactly the reason that they might be part of the reason, but we see that this is the main reason.
Okay.
Okay. V'afilu b'minalim she'ein lahem ritzuot asur. Okay, so even shoes that aren't tied or forbidden?
Oh, so, right, so maybe even if the priest is gonna wear loafers, so he's still gonna have to take his shoes off.
Okay.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Dela Palug Rabbanan. And it's,
That's what we call a low plug. We make no exceptions.
no exceptions. Okay.
But it's odd. At first it says the reason is that the shoelace might break, and then it says, and even if there's no shoelace, I don't get it.
Because that's the general rule. In many of the decrees of rabbinical decrees, we weren't interested in making exceptions to the rule. It said no shoes, a blanket prohibition. That's the expression lo plug. It's a blanket prohibition.
Well, like, another example, it's far-fetched a little bit, but let's say he is wearing loafers and he's walking up to the duchen after he washed his hands and his heel falls off the shoe. That could be awkward too.
Huh?
So,
Right. Huh?
okay. V'yesh lahatzniya minalim shalo yamdu bigaloi beveit haKnesset mipdei kavod. Okay. And there is, let's see. Forget what.
There is to conceal, to hide the shoes.
Oh, to hide the shoes. Oh, in the Beit Knesset because of kavod.
Right.
But that's before you go up.
Right, before you go up, you should put your shoes in a place where people can't see them. Don't put them on the stand or put them on the chair.
Yeah, I leave them under my chair.
Right, we'll leave them in the aisle because you don't want the shoe to look like a locker room,
That always, I wondered. I think I mentioned this once before. Many, many years ago, when we came to visit my son and his wife on Sukkot, we had the idea that we were going to go to the wall to Duchen.
Right.
Well, there must be like 10,000 Kohanim there or something.
Right. One of the busiest days of the year, right?
And when you take your shoes off, the only thing you can do is literally stand on top of them because there's no room to do anything else. So I guess that's covering the shoe up, sort of say.
That's right. That's another way of covering it, true.
In the Beis
Okay.
Hamikdash, the Kohanim had so to speak, like a locker room. I mean, they had a place to change, etc. Right?
Yeah,
When they came to work.
Yeah, there was a place to change, right?
Right.
Okay. So v'yachal tseim kodem netila ak kishe'efshar lo lechal tsam achar netila. Let's see. Okay, so v'yachal tseim.
That's to remove them.
Oh, to remove them. Oh, okay. So you remove them first. Oh, before Netila.
A chalitza is to remove the shoes. Is where you do chalitza. Yes,
Before washing. Before washing, Netila.
Right. I mean, you're supposed to take the shoes off before you wash your hands.
Yeah, I thought, because that's I thought one of the reasons why you wash your hands, because if you touch your shoes, there might be dirt on it or whatever.
Yeah, but you can just kick your shoes off, so to speak. In other words, if you wash with your shoes on, you just push them off with your feet.
That's if you unlace them. If you have laces.
Yeah, you're right. Right. I mean, that's what the Kohanim in the Shul Daven, they loosen their laces and they get their hands washed, and then they go back to their place and they kick their shoes off, kind of like in their seat area, And then,
Right.
and so then they're ready. And then they, at the end, they slip their feet back in their shoes without tying their laces, so they don't have to go wash again.
Right.
And then after davening is all over, then they'll tie their laces or whatever. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So
Yeah.
is that incorrect based on what we're reading here?
No, not, I mean, I think
No,
most,
not at all.
basically practical. This is just practically speaking.
Okay. So ach kishe'efshar lo lahatzlam achar netila v'shelo yiga bahem yachol lechaltzam achar netila. Okay, but if it's possible, what for them to untie after washing
Right.
and without touching them.
Right. Yoko.
Okay, so then it's permitted to wash
Wash
after
first.
taking them off, I
Right.
guess.
You can wash after. We can wash afterwards.
Uh-huh. Okay. Very good. So let's see, are we Tet Zion now?
That's right. That's the shoe. That's the boots.
Okay, Aval Bivate Shokayim. It's those knee-high boots, I guess. Who min alim arukim ha magiim ad archubot haregel. Okay, so these are shoes, aruchim, long, magiim. That
They go up. They go up until the to the
the
knee
length of the leg, it looks like.
right to at least they go up to the knee of the leg.
Oh, that's a knee, archubot. Okay.
So this was in a cold climate, right? I mean, they're not going to be wearing this in the Middle East, boots up to the knee.
Not so much. Not so much, right?
Okay. Hainu samuch la shok v'share deleka hacha ta'ama hana'al. Okay, so let's see. We're going to regular Hainu. What therefore it's close la shok.
They say where this is. The Akuvas Arengel, that's Samach, that's close to where the thigh is. The shok is the thigh.
Oh, it's that high. Wow. The lecha hachitama. So that's the reason will be explained.
It's these, according to these opinions, it's mutter to wear these high boots because you can't apply the reason before. The reason before is with tying. These boots don't have ties.
Oh, they
way
don't
up
have
high.
ties.
Right.
No.
But that knocks out the fallen heel theory.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right.
Okay.
But that bothers me because if we're going to make an exception for the boots, why don't we also make an exception for loafers?
Number one, probably they didn't have loafers in those times. And second of all, see, there's no, the boots being so high, no one would come to think that he's wearing regular shoes. But loafers, you may not be aware that he's wearing regular shoes. You may not, but the boots are you see you going up there with these boots. So, so therefore it's pretty well apparent that it's a completely different shoe.
I see.
Maybe, could be.
Okay. V'yaftigam hacha ragilin lifamim la'asot ritzuot samuch la'ar kuba. So sometimes they do have, they go up to the knee.
Meaning, even though that sometimes you'll find that they do have straps, laces up to the knee, right?
Up to the knee.
So that would mean maybe you should usher it. So why not? Even if they
Because-
have places.
Okay, Mikol Makon Lo Kashinan Shema Yeshev Lekashram. Because in places they
But nevertheless, we're not concerned. Lo choshinu, we're not concerned. Shema yeshiv l'kasher, that he's going to sit down to tie them.
to tie them.
If they were
Oh, okay.
regular shoes, he would sit down to tie them. But if these are boots that go up and you have to tie the boots, the high boots, we're not concerned that maybe he's going to sit down to tie the boots.
I see. Dafiluim hein mutarim late ba genai kulehai. So what? Even if they're permitted, late ba.
Why aren't we concerned? Even if they have the lacing, because he's not going to sit down. That feeling, even if they would become loose, right? Lace bug and night cooling high. There's not such a disgraceful thing in these. It's not like walking around like a schlumper with your shoes untied. They're untied up at the top. It's not such a disgraceful thing to walk around with boots untied.
Okay, very good.
Okay, Mr. Shem, we'll have to continue this tomorrow.
Yud Zion.
great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good day.
Everyone, have a good day.
Have a good day, everyone.
Shalom. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.